Hyde Park's summer heat had tormented us for more than 2 hours by the time the artillery's royal gun salute began to sound 21 times, announcing the arrival of the Prince Regent and his party. Mary and I were attempting to keep ourselves cool among the trees while listening to our fellow bystanders' discussions about the definitive treaty of peace with France, but my brother Charles and his lady friend gamely tilted their straw brims against the heat and leaned against the fences, doing their own inspection of the troops within our eye-line. While smoke puffed over us, greying the blue sky and covering the scents of earth and grass with that of gunpowder, I daydreamed a bit about travelling to places we'd heard so much about but couldn't visit. Now the war with France over, when would our adventures begin? My thoughts were interrupted by cannon fire, and then a band began to play God Save the King. All our brave soldiers in their coloured coats and white breeches did complicated things with their guns. Charles, in front of me, didn't move a muscle, so drawn was he to the manly display, but the sharp-nosed young lady with him, who looked vaguely familiar, though I couldn't place her, plucked at his arm and spoke in his ear, restless in the heat. I had not known my older brother was courting. Charles had never been much interest to me, at least not since my mother had married William Godwin and I'd acquired Mary, just 6 months older, as a stepsister. Charles's taste in females had apparently settled on the neat-as-a-pin type. Carefully constructed light brown curls danced around her temples, a straw bonnet hiding the evidence of whether her hair was naturally curly or not. Her sprigged muslin gown hugged her body more tightly than what I might have chosen, but it set off her straight boyish figure well. Over the rustling of leaves I heard someone say 14,000 troops and officers had combined on the vast hot fields of Hyde Park today. The 2,600 horses underneath officers and cavalrymen, which our neighbour had reported on previously, made themselves evident to my nostrils. I counted off the 3rd volley of cannon fire. Next to me, Mary held her hands over her bonnet, looking across from the wave of percussive sound. Even that expression could not diminish the fairy beauty of her face, so different from my darker skin and eyes. I pulled a twig from her fine red-gold hair, then turned back to the field. Enthusiasm did not exactly bubble forth from my breast either, since we had seen the royal party at the theatre recently. Distinguished personages had been in London for quite a while now, and they had hangers-on, some of whom I knew to be dangerous.